Hello FPL managers, we're finally back after a nice long break, and today we're discussing the most important points as we walk into Game Week 22. Let's start with our top 4 players to watch. Salah. Liverpool traveled to Brighton this game week. Their previous 3 meetings all ended in Liverpool wins with a goal difference of 10-1. Liverpool are unlikely to lose 2 games in a row. I think they'll give everything to get back to winning ways. Salah has scored 13 goals this season and made 8 assists. He has 34 shots on target, 44 attempted assists, and his goal conversion is 19.1%. Aubameyang. Arsenal clash with fellow Londoners West Ham. Their previous 5 meetings have ended with 4 wins and 1 draw in favour of Arsenal with a 3-15 goal difference. Auba has scored 14 goals and made 5 assists this season. In his last 5 games he has 4 goals, 1 assist and 5 bonus points. He has 24 shots on target, 21 attempted assists, and his goal conversion is 26.4%. Aguero. Manchester City welcome Wolves to the Etihad this game week. In their previous meeting this season they drew 1-1. Aguero has scored 10 goals and made 7 assists this season. He's been gaining form since coming back from injury. He has 23 shots on target, 21 attempted assists, and his goal conversion is at 15.2%. Sigurdsson. Everton welcome Bournemouth to Goodison this game week. The goal difference in their last 5 games is 11-9 in favour of Everton. That's an average of 4 goals per game, so don't be looking for clean sheets in this one. Sigurdsson has 8 goals and 3 assists so far this season. In his last 5 games he has 2 goals, 1 assist and 2 bonus points. He has 18 shots on target, 44 attempted assists, and his goal conversion is at 16%. While our top 3 differentials are Neil Etheridge, owned by 8.7%. The Filipino goalkeeper is having an amazing season and is currently the second highest scoring goalkeeper, beating the likes of Flores, De Gea and Ederson. Etheridge is the top value player in the entire game with 19.8 points per million. He is the top penalty saver in the game with 3 saved penalties and has the second highest number of saves, 78, only 1 save less than Fabianski, 79. Cardiff's next 5 fixtures offer excellent clean sheet potential. They play Huddersfield, Newcastle, Bournemouth and Southampton in the next 5. Troy Deeney, 4.1%. Next up we have the Watford striker coming off the back of a 15-point haul and regaining form. He already has matched his 5 goals from last season and you would expect him to easily beat that mark and maybe go on to hit double figures like the previous 2 seasons. He has 3 goals in his last 3 starts. Nice fixtures against Palace, Burnley and Brighton are next. Oh yeah, and his own penalties. Lastly we have Bernardo Silva, owned by 7.6%. He's as close as you get to being a nailed starter these days for City. He started all but 2 games for City this season. Man City have Wolves, Huddersfield and Newcastle coming up in the next few game weeks. Bernardo has 5 goals and 6 assists. With De Bruyne back and David Silva returning to fitness, maybe he might drop out of the team from time to time, but that's part and parcel of owning a City player. Concerning clean sheets odds, Chelsea, Liverpool and City have the highest clean sheets odds in Game Week 22. Check out the rest of the list for the odds of all the other teams. Our favorite budget picks in this week are Alexander-Arnold, costing you 5.2 mil. Among the defenders priced at 5.8 and lower, Alexander-Arnold has kept the most clean sheets with 9, 3 short of Liverpool's total of 12. On top of the solid potential for clean sheets, Alexander-Arnold's attacking abilities are another factor favoring his selection. Having scored 1 goal and delivered 3 assists so far, he's often going forward and has a fair share of set-piece duties. Victor Camarasa, costing you 4.6 mil. With 2 goals and an assist, he's been directly involved in 50% of his team's goals in the last 5 game weeks. He scored 3 goals and delivered 2 assists so far this season. He can become an ultimate differential with an ownership equal to 2.8% at the moment. Opponents Huddersfield conceded 21 goals on the road, one of the worst records in the league as it stands. Dwight McNeil, costing you 4.4 mil. With Aaron Lennon injured and Robbie Brady suspended, he is likely to remain in Burnley's starting lineup in a more advanced role as a winger. He scored a goal and delivered an assist in his last 2 starts. Opponents Fulham conceded a whopping 47 goals in 21 game weeks and kept only 1 clean sheet away from home. Our recommended captain picks in Game Week 22 are Sterling playing Wolves home, Auba playing West Ham away, and Salah playing Brighton away. Let's answer some frequently asked questions. Keep or sell Richarlison. With 97 FPL points, the Brazilian forward Richarlison is the second highest scorer for the Toffees. However, he's been frustrating throughout December with only 1 goal and 1 assist in 5 games, scoring just 16 points. What we need to remember though is that Richarlison costs just 6.9 mil. Only Fraser and Pereira in the same price bracket have outscored him among midfielders. The upcoming fixtures for Everton are Bournemouth, Southampton, Huddersfield, Wolves and Watford. On paper this seems like a really nice run of fixtures, especially the first 3. I think that FPL managers should show a little more patience considering the round fixtures. Looking at the statistics, can we see any reason why Richarlison won't be back in the goals sooner rather than later? The statistics over the separate 5 game weeks periods show that Richarlison's attacking involvement in games has deteriorated. That being said, 8 shots on target in 10 game weeks is not exactly clinical, neither is 3 key passes and 0 big chances created over the same period. In conclusion, to answer the question, I think that Richarlison needs to be closely monitored on a game by game basis. Keep him for now and reassess later. If he doesn't offer at least 2 attacking returns in the next 3 games, then I think you need to show him the door. Is it time to go again with 3 premium strikers? I think with so many attractive midfield options scoring well in the game, it's needless to go with 3 premium attackers. If we look at the top 20 scoring players in the game, it's divided as follows: 1 goalkeeper, 3 defenders, 11 midfielders and 5 attackers. Clearly midfielders are outscoring forwards and this is expected to continue till the end of the season. If you get Aubameyang, Kane and Aguero in your team, this would cost you 35.2 mil, leaving you an average of around 5.4 mil for the remaining 12 players. It's simply a poor distribution of funds and you would need to be extremely lucky for such a team to succeed. I think one of these premium strikers is a must, as I expect them to score similarly between now and the end of the season, as all 3 will have an eye on the golden boot. You may consider 2, but if you were to go this way, then surely one of Salah, Sterling or Hazard would need to be sacrificed. For non-Salah owners, is it time to sell Aubameyang and get the Egyptian striker? You may decide to have both. If funds prevent you from doing so, then I think we need to look at both fixtures and statistics to decide who's the better option. We know that both players have form. Over the last 7 game weeks, Salah's statistics read more favorably, especially with the numbers that really matter: goals, assists and FPL points. What about fixtures then? With 4 out of the 7 fixtures at home and only Manchester United to play from the top 6, the fixtures look favourable for Liverpool, who are fighting for their first ever Premier League title. Although Arsenal also play 4 of their next 7 matches at home, I think they have slightly tougher games with matches against Chelsea and Man City in the next 4 game weeks. Nobody can doubt either player's form or returns, but I think Salah is the better option as he receives 1 extra point per goal and he has potential to pick up that extra clean sheet point in a solid Liverpool backline. Sell Hazard after Chelsea's recent form or give him one last chance versus Newcastle. The recent form of Chelsea over the last 5 game weeks from a scoring point of view has been worrying. They only lost 1 of their last 5 games, but they only scored 5 goals meantime. Luckily for Hazard owners, he scored 3 of those 5 goals. So how did his personal stats compare over the same period? As you can see, the stats are relatively similar. What's notably different though is the number of penalty area touches, double the amount he had in the previous 5 game weeks. This is because of the change of formation by Sarri, playing in 3 of the last 5 with Hazard as a false 9, which seems to have made Hazard more likely to score than to assist. After evaluating all the stats, I would say there is a very strong argument in favor of transferring Hazard out for Sonny, Sterling or Salah, or maybe upgrading your forward line to get one of Aubameyang, Kane or Aguero. But with Newcastle, Bournemouth and Huddersfield to play in the next 4 game weeks, now isn't the time to call it a day with Hazard. If after the Huddersfield game his returns have been poor, then definitely look at selling him. We have come to the end of this preview. Leave all your questions in the comments below and I'll reply. Visit our Facebook, Twitter and website for daily updates even during the game week. Thank you for watching and good luck in Game Week 22.